Who is the most iconic person left in the West Coast? Besides Snoop Dogg, I think Snoop Dogg's like the most iconic. But
so the answer is Snoop Dogg. You're saying, but
we can't choose him.
Okay.
Who's the what?
The most iconic like West Coast
artist?
Yeah.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, probably.
Yeah.
Like
well, because right now when you said Ice Cube, I'm like, damn, Ice Cube is fucking like pretty much our 50 Cent. He does the movies, he does the music. I mean, the music isn't as good as it used to be, but neither is Dr. Dre's, you know?
No one's.
Snoop Dogg.
No one's music is as good as it was.
You know who's kind of been making a comeback a little bit?
For sure, bro. What?
And he's not like...
This is him like a couple sips in, too. It only gets proactively worse as we go on.
The thing is that he blames it on the alcohol all the time, but it's not the alcohol, as we could tell.
No, man.
No, what were you saying?
I was going to say like a couple of the new like Wiz Khalifa songs that he's been coming out with.
Yeah.
Or little like videos like that I see like on the reel. I remember you showed me one and I was like, dude, this is actually pretty good. He did that remix.
Yeah, I think if you could get...
For Wiz Khalifa, it was good.
When you're doing bad and you could get out of the light for a little and then come back with something decent, it's almost like a hit because you've been putting out a bunch of bad shit.
Yeah.
Which is why I think the breaks work for Kendrick Lamar and shit. But
I agree with you guys. I agree. The real's back. We back in the motherfucking building.
the real is missing, bro.
Big Chris is not here, though.
We miss you, buddy.
But as you guys may know, we gotta stand on business. It's Tuesday morning.
Always.
The coffee's hot. The kids are ready.
Oh.
Let's get this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the show on the road. Monty was good. How do you feel? Laz was good.
I'm good, bro. I feel good.
Montaigne.
On 10, huh? What were you saying, Wiz?
Wiz Khalifa, yeah.
All right. Let's go. Let's take it then. It's the Lord's Second District Podcast, oldest podcast in the world. My name is Andre. I'm here with Laz.
Yep.
I'm here with Monty.
What up?
Let's go.
Money.
The song's about me.
And I got
Money.
hoes.
Money and hoes.
I got
Money and...
Let's go. Tequila in my cup. Tequila in Monty's cup. Tequila in Laz's cup. Sick.
Drink in my hand. Andre on my lap.
No
chilling.
yo.
Damn, you didn't cheers him, bro.
Let's go. Big money.
Talking to you, motherfucker. That's 'cause big money brought it to you.
Big money.
Stunning, why them?
Little niggas saying
What up? High.
prices for my clothes and I don't even pay for it.
Barely know.
Made this shit. Need a bitch. Take a bitch. Straight back to that
Big crib.
Let you roll some rapper weed.
Put you on
Some
it.
new shit. Get this weed, I'll show you how I
We got a show for you guys today.
I'm in Cali, so my smoke's highly exclusive.
Talk to him, Monty.
And my bitch.
I need some of that energy.
Through the roof, your money short.
Yes, sir.
We about to go in. Let's go.
Bitch, I'm jumping in my coupe. I'm rolling something that tastes like fruit. And the niggas talking shit, but there's nothing much that they can do. But I got a bitch in your city. You should try when you see her. Never tripping on no hoes, nigga. What you thought we getting money over here? I'm falling on my niggas in the same game. I do it big, my niggas do the same thing.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. You're so kind. So lovely. Have a seat, please. Have a seat.
Wiz Khalifa always takes me to my high school days, bro.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm sure we've said it before, but like Laz used to have like the Wiz Khalifa like blonde
The
streak.
bleach strip?
Yeah.
Like just in the front.
Laz, tell me this isn't true, bro.
It's true, bro, with the rat tail and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So do you think that was meat riding? Is that
That's what I meant last.
Wiz Khalifa, like, it was Drake and Wiz Khalifa, and Wiz Khalifa was more relatable because he was broke. Like, I could afford cargo shorts, and Converse and high socks. Like, I could afford to use my sister or mom's extra bleach or whatever to put it on my little
bleach.
Like,
That is funny how everyone kind of had like the Wiz Khalifa starter pack, like the camo shorts with the Converse. Everyone had that same
with
fit.
the white tee. Well, because it was like he
or
was
black tee.
Yeah, he was like broke or whatever, and that's all he could afford. And at the time, smoking weed and like looking like that was the thing.
Yeah.
It was, and you were young, you know,
yeah.
high school shit. So it's like,
Now he's
okay, I
on,
can
like,
get
his
away with
savage
this,
shit.
you know.
Yeah, hell
And he
yeah.
connected with the younger audience. What's up? How do you guys feel?
It's good, man.
A lot of
Yeah.
shit lingering in my stratosphere. I'm not gonna hold you
Yes,
guys.
yes. Tell us, man.
I'm a little scatterbrained though. I'm a little scatterbrained.
You know, I'm scattered,
All
brain.
good, all good. This is what the show is for.
You're right.
We're here to organize your thoughts.
It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you guys.
Damn.
It has. You left us standing last week.
Oh, I left something standing. All right.
That fool was another boy, bro.
Okay. Do we want to get directly into it, or do you want to, beat around the bush a little bit?
I think we could get into it. I wasn't able to watch it because I think it was because I don't have an X account. So maybe that's why I wasn't allowed.
So what are you talking about?
You hit me with a link not to like maybe a couple hours ago, and you were like, "You guys got to watch this," and it was the AKADEMIKS Kanye West interview. And what was that in Japan?
No, it was
No.
actually here in America.
Okay, because I know that when AKADEMIKS announced it, he was like, "I'm gonna go to Japan and I'm gonna do it there," because Kanye was in Japan for a while.
So initially he was inquired to go to Japan, but AKADEMIKS was a kind of
he didn't want to go.
like sketchy type shit. So Kanye West is saying that he was receiving death threats and that his handler, I don't know who it is, was saying like, if you feel threatened at all or if you feel like uncomfortable with anything, just go back to the hotel. So I guess Kanye was saying at this hotel, hit up back, yo, like we could do the interview, but I have to leave by 10, so come now type shit. So in the interview, it's like an hour and 20, and AKADEMIKS runs it directly. Like he leaves the camera rolling throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
so
it's all one seamless like shot, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I
It's
like that.
It's like raw.
It felt
content.
like I only watched like the first 5 minutes because like later it was uploaded on YouTube, but
Yeah.
it looked like a vlog almost. Like
Yeah,
it
in the
started
beginning,
like that.
he was
right?
like AKADEMIKS was explaining the situation, and he's like, okay, pulling up to the hotel. He goes in.
color grade horrible, like
horrible video.
Supposedly he had like a bad camera guy too. No?
I told you guys that in comparison to like Charlemagne the God's interviews with Kanye West, like
he goes all out for those.
yeah, it's cinematic. It's a beautiful shot.
taking a walk.
I mean,
This felt very like amateurish. Like let my homie hold the camera and just press record on it.
Yeah.
because AKADEMIKS was guiding it. Anyway, that's not important. Whatever. They make it up to the. He gets a call. Yo, I'm leaving at 10. Come now. Okay, so Aka's pulls up to the hotel. He goes up to the room, knocks on the door,
Kanye
and then
opens.
And AKADEMIKS is with like I think one security and his homie. And then Kanye West opens the door and he's like, yo, what's up? Very normal.
normal t-shirt.
Well, hold on. What's the first thing you guys noticed? Because I want to say the first thing I noticed.
The Sean John shirt.
Yes.
The Sean,
Do you know what Sean John is?
Nah.
it's P. Diddy's old clothing company.
brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he opens the door. He's wearing like the Sean
Money
John.
never wore Sean John.
I know. No. I think I expected, and I think AKADEMIKS talked about it. He's like, I expected you to be with like a bunch of people in here,
Yeah.
like assistants and like people that you have on call, but it was just Kanye West in the room.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's running the fucking video seamlessly. So it's just like you get to see the interaction. It's like a little awkward. Like you could tell there's a little tension in the room, you know? And then,
I was kind of noticing that too,
Yeah.
you know, like the like body language and stuff,
Yeah.
the way.
Do you think it was tension on Kanye's part or?
probably a little bit of both because like if I'm Kanye West and I'm receiving death threats and now AKADEMIKS pulls up to my room and he's with like two guys.
Yeah.
So it's like
I feel like Kanye was playing it cool.
he played it cool. But he started moving things around the room. He started like getting a little fidgety.
No, which was so funny, bro. Like, this is like my my perspective. Like, so AKADEMIKS goes in, sits down on the couch, and the camera's on him, and Kanye's like, he said, "What? Like, I'm gonna be back," or what did he say?
Okay. He's like, I'm gonna go put that shit on.
Yeah, which it totally flew past my head, you know. But Kanye leaves. AKADEMIKS is on the couch waiting for him, like
Trying to figure out the angle. It's gonna look good here.
Yeah, he's talking to the camera guy, and then Kanye walks back in the room, and the camera guy turns to Kanye, and this guy's in the fucking like all black KKK outfit, bro, just there standing, and bro, I couldn't like help but like laugh.
But
I was
to
like,
be
no
fair,
way. was like,
this whole thing feels like I played it while I was at the gym.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, it dropped. I refreshed X.
Yeah.
I saw it on my timeline. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna play it. An hour 20, whatever. I'm gonna play this throughout my workout. I started listening, and so Academics does preface it with saying that Kanye West told me that he's gonna wear the black KKK outfit. But Academics is like, what is that? I've never heard of that being the thing. Like he was like, if he comes out in the KKK outfit, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
which he wasn't.
what do you want? And he didn't say shit. He didn't say shit. You can't say anything.
No, you can't.
You can't ruin the interview
cameras were
before-
rolling.
I think that you can, and he should have. Not that like I wanted him to, but that's what he said he was
Okay,
gonna
but
do. You know,
but that's content fantasy land, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you're there,
yeah. If I had Drake here, I would make sure to not
Yeah.
fuck up the interview.
exactly. No matter what the fuck he walks in with,
Yeah.
he walks in with those little fucking
A thong or whatever,
yeah,
like some
You-
random like
you're
can't-
like, nah, I need this. Like
Yeah.
this is fucking content right here.
Yeah.
gold mine type shit.
Yeah.
You know. So, anyways,
What was funny is that Kanye, like they were like, okay, they're trying to figure out how the camera would look best and stuff.
No,
and then
Kanye was trying to figure
Kanye,
out.
yeah, and he's like, you know what? I just want to like stand right here, like right in front of like a random wall. He's like, I want to do like standing.
Okay, he was
look
smart.
good
It was
here.
like the only wall that was white and didn't have anything on it. So like
it looked clear, like right
that
there.
he was wearing that suit.
and he's
It just
also
worked
like,
out.
and like I said, Academics is well researched. He was like, he shoots a bunch of videos, he directs a bunch of videos. When he was explaining that, I understand how he wanted it to come out.
Kanye had the vision,
but
for
this
sure.
seemed very like whatever, you know, like the guy didn't know whatever.
That's
Anyways,
funny.
that part's not important. What I will say before we continue is that this might be a little bit of a long segment. There's a lot of shit that Kanye talked about. I got the clips right here loaded up. I recorded the most craziest shit. Let me tell you guys that before. I'm not gonna bore you guys to death. There's some fucking pretty entertaining shit on this. But I recorded this.
I'm curious to see what you
just
recorded,
start shooting them because
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
point of going in chronological order.
Oh no, I recorded in chronological order.
Okay,
so
let's go.
Okay.
So
Let's take it from the top.
so I got you guys. Let's start.
I stopped at the P Diddy's my twin part. So
Okay, let's see.
Agreeable Kamala nigga. Well, you know, they started lowering the budgets for Puff. So I related to Puff, and then they pulled out a video with him and Cassie.
Oh, let me see. My bad. Sorry.
Their mama died, and they died.
My bad.
He's the agreeable Kamala nigga. Well, you know, they started lowering the budgets for Puff. So I related to Puff, and then they pulled out a video with him and Cassie from 10 years ago. And then it made everybody be like, oh, you know, well, Puff's a woman beater, so he's the devil. He needs to be in jail, right? Meanwhile, I don't know somebody who hasn't gotten to an altercation with a girl at one point, and including Cardi. So now Cardi's like he the number one guy at Rolling Loud, and Puff is in jail. And then you got two women beaters and you got two supposed pedophiles. Watch this. You got three. Watch this. Cardi, Puffy, Kendrick. The two pedophiles. Drake, R. Kelly, or supposed. Puffy and R. Kelly are in jail with Drake 5 years from now, or however long, when they feel like they really want to get that boy up out here, they're going to play the Kendrick song. So that's how far they going. The Kendrick mix with the Universal, all that takedown of Drake reminds me of the No Diddy campaign for Diddy. He's the agreeable Kamala nigga.
there's a lot of there to dissect. Well, with the last part with the Diddy, like the no Diddy shit, I do agree with that. Like the
No Diddy campaign.
yeah, that was like
it was there to discredit
Diddy and like everything.
his
And-
accolades,
oh yeah,
his credibility.
And the guy's a piece of shit at the end of the day. But there's no coincidence that a lot of shit is getting thrown out at this point. Like the only shit that keeps sticking is that he beat the shit out of that girl, which is fucked up, and he's a piece of shit. He deserves to be in jail if that's something you could put him in jail for.
What do you say to Kanye West talking about the hypocrisy in media and in culture, because he's like comparing like, yeah, P Diddy is in jail for like all these accusations, right? And then we have the video of him beating up Cassie, but at the same time, Cardi is headlining Rolling Loud, and he's championed by culture and media, you know, almost highlighted.
Did Cardi beat a woman?
Allegedly.
And then so did Kendrick too, no?
Allegedly.
He did. No facts on this podcast anymore.
I can I understand in this point like where Kanye is coming from. He's calling out the bullshit. Hey, this is okay, but this isn't.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do like most of the time.
Throughout the whole interview, I mean, I think this is where I stopped. But even from the beginning, either the drugs got him running out of breath, or I feel like he feels like he had it all planned out exactly what he wanted to say. But the whole time, I feel like he's like,
yeah,
like you can hear him breathing under the fucking.
Dude, at the end of one of these clips, he's breathing heavily. But he also mentioned he's like, sorry, I had to get that stream of conscious out. Like,
I had to hit you with that.
yeah.
Okay, when you guys are ready, I'll move on to the next one.
Move on to the next one.
Okay.
Mama died and they daddy in jail.
Hold on, sorry.
Jail. And everybody running around listening to murder music, right? But being like, Puff is the enemy. And when I see all these videos, all tapes, everything, Puff more like my twin. Me and him got into it because it's just like I'm telling these top 5 niggas, it's like, yo, you know, actually we probably could be friends, but nigga, you ain't bringing none of that shit over here, nigga. Y'all niggas ain't as crazy as me. And that's why I asked Puff back in the days. It's like, man, how you just made it through all this shit night shit? He's like, I'm the craziest one, nigga. It's like, it's like, so jail. And
I think it does take a little crazy to be the one that.
But now it's like, it's
because think about it, bro. There's a lot of lives were lost. A lot of those people were in jail, like from that time. Yeah. I mean, up until now, Diddy is now in jail, but he was probably one of the last one to fall, right? Like,
well, that's kind of what Kanye's highlighting here.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of like, well, yeah, it makes sense.
But
what I think he highlighted was that they're making Diddy the bad guy, which he is.
Yeah.
But he's saying, but how are these guys not the bad guys if they're promoting like violence and murder and they're killing like my people?
But the thing is that's allegedly what Diddy did too.
Yeah, but my point is Kanye.
So that's hypocrites.
Kanye is just calling out like, hey, if this guy's in trouble, like we gotta also call out this. He's shining a light on the evil.
He doesn't realize that the cases that Diddy has are like alleged murders and shit. Like when he gets trialed for that shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Diddy's.
So I mean, I think his problem there, because I didn't see it how you were seeing it. I was seeing it more how Zandre was saying. But since you want to point that out, like maybe Diddy isn't the good example to use, saying he's in here and they're more because he's in there for similar reasons. Like
it's a tough one. He says, "Oh, Diddy's my twin" or whatever. Yeah. That's like hard to swallow, you know. Like that's like
no Diddy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Warrior. Y'all niggas, they think they too powerful. The Jews think they too powerful. Think they could get Cardi to play with me. They think they too powerful. They think they could get anybody within my reach.
Sorry.
But now it's like, it's warrior. Y'all niggas, they think they too powerful. The Jews think they too powerful. Think they could get Cardi to play with me. They think they too powerful. They think they could get Kim to play with me. The Jews and the whites above the Jews. You get what I'm saying? My life is on this shit now. These are my children. Cardi, you could leave me off the album and do that faggot ass trap shit if you want. But now you mention my daughter, like the whole plan is that y'all gonna pull my kids into y'all, whatever the word is, Illuminati system, and I don't have no say-so of my kids, nigga. And anybody close, whether it's the Jews, whether it's Cardi, anybody within my reach, I'm doing everything legally in my power, everything of my fucking mastermind. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm about to tweet this shit. I want Kendrick to always remember that Jay-Z tweet before he ever crossed the line.
See, like, I feel like the thing.
As a dad, how do you feel about that?
See, I wasn't going to go there first. I was going to say, like, with this, you let the video go a little too long. And not like you.
No, we can break it down.
No, it's just like, as in, Kanye sometimes talks and he's spitting, and then he just talks a little too much. And it's like, fuck, you lost me and now you look like a crazy guy. Like the whole, not crazy, but you just talk too much to a point where you lose people.
I feel like he blends, he connects like two different things.
Yeah, just because.
But go. What do you say about this?
Cause I feel him, bro. Like I would do anything in my power to. Like I think that I've never really like gone against like him deciding parenting things besides putting out an album. Like I think he should be involved as a dad. He should be able to be a dad. But you also got to understand that if mom doesn't think that what you're doing right now isn't right, like it shouldn't happen. Just like Kim needs to understand that if he doesn't fuck with the idea of like her being like tossed around by her and by her ops and shit as some fucking trophy that we could just throw her on our songs and this is our op and we're gonna throw her in our songs.
They have control over his daughter. He doesn't like that.
Yeah,
they have control over.
Well, who the fuck would like that?
No one would.
What the fuck if is there some guy who's fucking taunting you and he's like now he's trying to get your daughter on the song? He also goes on later and says like you took me off your fucking album. Like I put you as my first feature on my fucking Donda album.
Yeah.
Like for your fucking fake, you know, like these fools got a hand on you. Like that's where I can kind of relate to what he's talking about.
He called out Virgil too.
Hold on, let's get there. Hey,
okay,
I'm telling you, relax. We're going there. He kind of threatened Kendrick.
Yeah, he did.
He kind of
which was crazy. I like it too.
He kind of like insinuated that he has like some dirt on Kendrick. Is
on
that,
everyone.
Is that not what he kind of gave off?
Yeah.
I think he has that video that Drake was alleging to. But Drake is too big of a person to reach out to Kanye for it. Because I think he's like, I am the craziest one, right? Like, I am willing to take it to that point. And I think that's why everyone's kind of afraid of Kanye because I think everyone knows each other's dirty little secrets in the industry.
Yeah,
everyone just knows.
It's like when you're like coworkers and shit, and you know,
you just can't fucking say anything.
And then when you leave, everyone just goes back to their little happy life. You know?
Yeah.
But it's something that happens in the environment. I can see that. Like industry is all tied up and it has all the secrets.
It's like what's his name? The Cat Williams, right? Like he was big when he was big. No one was. He wasn't saying shit.
Yeah.
As soon as they like blackball him, you see him on random podcasts saying, "Oh, they all fuck each other. They do this. They do that." But everyone writes him off because that fool's just crazy. Like,
right. So do you think this is what's happening to Kanye West right now? Do you think a lot of people are writing him off?
I believe.
Like, does any of this make sense to you?
Yes, I believe the whole like industry shit, but when you start bringing up Jews and shit, which might come up later in the interview. I think that's a little different.
Well, it's gonna come up, all right.
The industry, I believe you, but what do you know about like a whole like really?
They run the industry, bro.
Yes, but we'll get there later.
They run the industry. That's why he's so like.
What do you feel about that, Monty? About what did I just ask?
Oh yeah, and really quick because this right as soon as I heard him say this, I'm like, fuck you, Monty.
Ooh.
The Jews
like that.
And the whites above them, meaning the Jews aren't on the top. The whites above them.
He said the Jews and the whites.
The great
above
whites.
them.
The great whites.
He said the Jews and the whites above them.
But he did say the Jews specifically.
And the whites above them.
Yeah.
Right after. So that means that the Jews aren't running everything. There's people above them. And they're white.
And some of them are Jewish.
Maybe.
And some of them are white.
I'm pretty sure he would have said, most Jews are white, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
According to Kanye West, the original Jews are black.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Drake Jewish?
Well, Hebrews were
for the Middle East,
right?
Yeah.
What do I know? There's no facts on this podcast.
Facts.
Yeah.
But you guys don't think there's a black Jew out there somewhere?
For sure, bro.
There has to be.
Come on.
Like that. The thing is, I don't even know if it's a religion, a race. That whole thing, like, lives in the Middle East. There's some white Middle Easterns, but most of them are pretty dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next clip.
Now it's like it's war. Y'all niggas, they think they too powerful. The Jews think they too powerful. Think they could get Cardi to play with me. They think they too powerful. They think they could get Kim to play with me. The Jews and the whites above the Jews.
Oh, this is a clip I just played, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody within my reach, I'm doing everything legally in my power.
You said that already
everything.
too.
2 months of being with her.
Oh, my bad.
Anybody within my reach, I'm doing everybody ass nigga. Fuck all you niggas. Me, pussy ass, faggot. Yes, I'm the only king. I'm the only nigga that quick. We ain't got no problem.
I'm trying to find the right spot for you guys. Here you go.
Your motherfucking slaves don't send nobody because they getting their head torn off. quick. We ain't got no problem. Ain't no motherfucker. I'm the only king. I'm the only nigga that'll go up against these niggas. I'm the only nigga that survived through this shit.
That's
you know
true. He's the only one doing it.
Ass, faggot ass, pink polo ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never killed nobody ass nigga. Fuck all you niggas. All you street niggas, all you rap niggas, just any nigga that ever said something about my fucking hat. None of these niggas, Jay-Z, Beyonce, you ain't helped me when I fucking was having problems with my kids. You could have used your influence.
I fuck with all of
no,
this.
Your influence is for politics. Your influence is how you could use a nigga you never wanted to sign anyway, that Dame signed. You ain't show up to my first fucking wedding. You ain't my family. I always wanted anybody within my...
Yeah, see, like I don't know what he says after this, but it could be something where I meant earlier. Like all of that was fucking great, but I don't know what he says after. It probably is something where he loses me. Like fuck, you didn't have to call her. You didn't have to call his kids retarded type shit.
I can see his message though. Like I know where he's coming from.
This is all great. Like I understand. Like yeah, Jay-Z. You never wanted anything to do with me. I mean, we all saw the documentary, right?
Yeah.
We saw how Jay-Z would blow him off, and it took Jay-Z's partner to sign him. Like, he's just fucking vocalizing what he felt then.
Yeah.
And he wasn't big enough to fucking say that shit. You couldn't say shit back then to Jay-Z, like Beyonce, any of these people. Now he's just became maybe bigger or as big as them. So he's able to say what he wants. I think it's funny when he says like all the people that like talk shit on him about like the shirts and the hats, like because back in the day I was clowning him, so he was pretty much saying fuck me. Like,
well, it was like in an era where like gangster rap was like heavily promoted, and that's what rap was, you know.
And the fact that he popped up wearing a fucking pink shirt,
a pink polo,
and it was like. Not oversized, because you know you had the back in the day
the
when
baggy ass shit.
The baggy ass shit with
like
the jean shorts.
Now.
Yeah,
kind of like how people dress now.
Yeah, you had that. So now you had like this guy who had like a tailored European style shirt with skinnier pants, with glasses, with
a
fucking
backpack.
Yeah, a backpack
plastic ones
with the plastic sunglasses that had the lines going through
lines, them.
Yeah, like those became known as like the Kanye West shades, glasses. You know,
for sure.
And everyone was making fun of him at the time for that shit. And now he's big enough to say fuck y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, he can. He said he's like the richest rapper. He's like, not probably, like definitely or something like that. Huh?
Richer than Jay-Z?
2 months of being with it.
Oh, that's what he said.
That wasn't God's plan. But my issue with all these faggot ass celebrity niggas is if you ain't gonna speak on my behalf of the situation I'm in right now, or my children, or where I was when I asked for the help years ago, don't talk about my political views. Push your T. Like, nigga, I bled for you. If nigga asks you about me, say we ain't speaking on Ye. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how y'all looking at me like a Vic, because you a street nigga. But it ain't that time no more. I'm the lawyer off Carlito's way. I'm the boss. You niggas is broke. 2 months.
I fuck with that.
I fuck with this.
Me too, because...
Look, I've told you guys plenty of times before. Bro, you could be going through mad shit and no one will fucking say anything. Yeah, no one will check up on you. No one will make sure that you're good. But the moment you fucking start doing shit that makes you happy and you put yourself out a certain way, people start to criticize you. Don't fucking criticize me, bro, because when I was fucking down, you weren't fucking talking about anything.
Yeah, what he's saying is
I agree
facts.
with this. This part I agree with.
The last time that we potted, you guys were saying, no, I can't stand behind Kanye with all the shit that he's saying
but
and doing.
This he wasn't saying shit like this.
Yeah, we're reading one tweet.
Yeah, and
with no context at all.
And all those tweets were fucking insane, bro. Like, this is different. Like, he's explaining shit that we've seen happen ourselves. Like,
faggot ass artists. It's not
what I fuck with the most.
Raw,
is,
same, yeah.
It's raw.
That's not the same. Calling someone's kids retarded and calling someone a faggot ass artist because I don't fuck with you. He's like saying that he's calling him a faggot because he's pissed at him, and that's what they were calling him. Oh, like you're the faggot now, kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like what I fucked with in that whole line that I fucked with in there was the whole like Pusha T shit. Like if me and one of you guys fell off or something like that, we blew up, fell off, and you guys wouldn't have did another podcast.
Oh, we're gonna blow up, all right.
Yeah, and like they asked you, like, and I was going through some shit, and they asked you, even though you became my biggest op, I would expect you to be like, we're not talking about that right now.
Keep it professional.
But everyone that's in that position for him is like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go on this podcast because I know they're gonna ask me about Kanye West. Like, you're a nobody right now. The only reason people want you on their pod is because you know Kanye West, or you had.
And this is
reach
gonna
with
get
him.
clicks if we put you up with this caption.
We can't get Kanye. Let's get the closest thing to him. Type shit.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
But you were trying to call us out right now. So go stand on that. Stand on that business.
Yeah. Well, last week you guys were like, "No, I can't. I can't stand with what he's like."
You can stand on him calling someone's kids retarded.
Now's not the time for like his daughter, this and that. I think
That was 2 weeks ago.
he knows what he's doing the whole time. Even right now with this interview,
that's good, but
it's just becoming more and more clear.
No. The thing is, you got to know what to say. He's saying the right things right now, bro.
What do you think, Andre?
I don't think there's a single
speechless, huh? yeah.
I don't think there's
that's what I thought.
I don't think there's a single Kanye West hater right now that could say there was anything wrong with the last 3 clips that he played. Like, his biggest hater would probably agree with him right now. Because
he's in the right. I really enjoyed this interview.
There's nothing that he's saying that's anything like those tweets.
Okay.
Nothing. So that's why we can stand on with him now and not.
He said that thing about fat black women on this interview.
Let's go. Hold on.
I haven't heard that yet.
But that wasn't God's plan. But my issue with all these faggot ass celebrities.
Sorry, that was the same clip.
The dead man, you know. It feels like you still have a little bit of animosity there.
I'm evil.
They just stayed like, no, I'm chilling. Thank you.
You don't think about like his family and other people that love him?
Before I proceed, he's talking about Virgil Abloh.
His best friend, right?
I'm an evil person.
You don't think that? I feel like you've always represented God-fearing ideals, though.
Yeah.
So how does that? How could you identify that person?
God has the wrath. You only play with God for so long. Niggas is out here playing games. Don C and him starting RSVP behind my back. This nigga taking money, like kind of the Jim Jones situation. Oh, yeah, gonna come to the club. I was Louis Vuitton. They take that position. They put him in that position. They build the anti-Kanye club at Nike. Everybody that worked for me. And what best?
All right, guys.
The
Do you guys agree with him? Obviously not.
So far, he hasn't said anything wrong either. He didn't say anything bad about Virgil. I agree with him.
I think
going behind his back to like set up meetings with the person that he's trying to get meetings with is kind of crazy. Yeah. Meetings for yourself.
That's what I was going to mention earlier.
That's like kind of like the Joe Budden situation. Remember, like,
tell me about it.
Like with why his whole podcast broke off. Like he went to Spotify for a deal. Like, imagine us, right? We wanted to get signed, and then Monty just went and did a deal without us. Did secret meetings without us. Like, to get what we...
Thing is, I probably would.
I know. That's why he would. That's why you ain't got access to the emails, my boy.
Got you restricted, yo.
Yeah.
Nice try, yo.
And the thing is, like, Monty would probably, like... the person Spotify wouldn't even know that it would be a meeting. Monty would just somehow get a lunch with them, and they wouldn't even know that they're showing up to a meeting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see it. Let me see what else.
I had to come to people around the music industry and be like, "You guys, you're letting your niggers get out of hand."
Oh shit!
Oh my God, that Kanye. Would somebody take a knee for it? Where's he out of there? See, that's the problem. You let them last too long. In our league, they're for 2 years, 3 years, they're out of there. We deal with, we got Tom Brady. He's great. We made Mahomes throw that fucking Super Bowl, so Tom could get his 7th ring and shit. But, like, you guys at the music industry, what you got to do, start getting smaller artists and put them on. We're going to set you up. We're going to take Rolling Loud. We're going to connect them with Live Nation. And then we're going to get a bunch of small artists, and then, you'll be able to make your money off of that. And then, if we take, Cardi's doing good, we'll make them take the blue pill. We'll have them rap about skims. And then mention Northwest. We love Northwest. Oh, Kanye, don't worry about him. He's a lunatic. Don't worry about him. Does any of that sound right or sound accurate?
I don't agree with any of that. Because that's always what the industry's been. Let's find a small artist that's about to blow up. No one wants to
make
find
money.
the big artist. There's no money in that. The artist already knows how much money is being made. Why would he split it with you?
It's a business at the end of the day, and they got to make their money.
And then the whole like taking Playboy Carti by any means was not a small artist. Like, I don't listen to him, but Zandra's been on here for years telling us how much his little brother loves him.
Yeah.
Not only does my little brother love him, I was just in LA last night. I was in a car full of like chicks, and they were just like, Cardi's like the best fucking artist that's out right now. And like they were playing this shit, and they're like, do you like it? And I'm like, it's not for me. But they were playing it religiously, and they were reciting this shit. I was like, what the fuck, Cardi?
So it's like
that it connects somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it connects.
The only thing he has right there is that there's probably a racist person
on charge of all this shit.
Yeah. Like, that's the only thing that I was like, okay, he has a point there. But
I think he's talking about like a billionaire boys club.
What he's saying is that
like Lucien with those, like the NFL industry is kind of similar. They kind of have like a hand in everything, in what goes on, you know?
Yeah, to like these billionaires, they don't care about like these artists and stuff. They're just pawns for them to make money. That's how he's trying to make it like seem like, oh, they're bad because they do that. But that's the business though. That's the music business. It's like how you said.
It's any business.
Yeah. Unfortunately though, like what they're promoting and stuff like that leads to a bunch of bad shit.
Yeah.
And that's what Kanye is upset about.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, there was like, I don't agree with it, but it wasn't like a complete lie or anything.
He says something. I don't know if you're gonna play this video, but he says something like, he's like, okay, they can promote what they want, like with like hip hop and stuff about violence, killing people, and you know all this bad shit. But when like stuff that hurts like our people, but when I put something on and promote something that hurt them, oh, it's a big problem.
In reference to the swastika chain.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not every.
What do you think about that, Big Laz? There's something there.
I can't agree with it because not every record label owner is a fucking Jew, bro. TDE is black owned. There's a lot of black owned labels.
But the more successful ones are...
No, because that's where he wants to be. That's where... Why do you want to be signed to the white man? You could sign to the black man.
Oh, at the end of the day, like... No, who wants to be there? Are you saying Kanye wants to be there?
Well, why is it such a big deal? You could sign... I mean, Kendrick Lamar signed to the black guy. Kendrick Lamar, by far, is one of the biggest artists of all time now.
I think
Kanye says he's trash.
No, Kanye says he's trash.
I think one of the things that he's... bringing up the most is the fact that they're fucking with like his kids. I think that's the part that he's more emotionally involved in.
I like Kanye because
I'll always be on his side.
He's standing up to the bully, basically. He's standing up to them and being like, nah, fuck you. I'm gonna hit you where it hurts. Because, and then his reasoning is pretty fair. They're doing, you know.
Because he wants to be in those groups. He doesn't have to, bro. He can make.
I don't think he wants to be in those groups anymore.
He can make his own Louis Vuitton. He could do his own record.
He's doing it. He has Ye or Yeezy. Like
so stop worrying about that. If you put as much effort into your company than that you are into like that, you might be somewhere, bro.
He's a billionaire, bro. He is somewhere
I get
already.
that.
He doesn't need to do anything.
He's a billionaire that's fucking pissed that he can't be over there.
You think so? You think that's what he's about?
Why is he keep?
That's not what it's giving to me.
I don't. That's not what I got either.
That's what it gives me because why are you so upset about this? Just let it go. You're a billionaire.
He's upset because of his daughter, like how you guys said earlier.
Okay, that's one thing. But he's been going at them without mentioning his daughters before. Like now they're using.
He's brought up his family multiple times.
No. Now they're using his family as a pawn.
His race.
His daughter. His daughter wants to be an artist. Oh. Like perfect. Like let's take his daughter, put him around all different global amazing superstars, take her to fucking Korea or Japan, whatever you think it is, to put her with one of their biggest stars, put her here, put her with Playboy Carti. Like let's use his daughter, which I'm not okay with. At that point, like do whatever you want. I don't know if you should attack a whole fucking race or religion, but do what you have to get your fucking control of your family.
Okay. Well, we all know that like it's very this sounds so cliche, but the industry is like ruled by like these people, right? So this is his enemy, bro. This is who he's up against.
Why isn't TDE going as hard as them?
They're not as,
because they're in their own lane. They're not as big. They signed some of the biggest artists in the world.
Who?
Kanye,
okay.
Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q. They just got Doechii. They have fucking what's his name? Something Rock. What's that artist's name?
You don't even know the artist's name. They're not as popping as like these other like
Kanye
labels.
West had Big Sean, Pusha T, fucking a bunch of artists, bro. I can't just remember all these artists. But
okay,
he
but
had all these people.
What about right now though?
Nothing, because they left because they've told you he's worried more about his rivalship with them than focusing on us. This is why Big Sean wanted out. You're too focused over here trying to get into these groups and you're not focusing on your artist. So I want out.
So you're saying that Kanye would rather fight with these people versus,
because he's not there. Like if he got the spot that he wanted at Louis Vuitton, you think he'd be going crazy at these people? No. Because he would have been where he wanted.
I think one of the things that he keeps touching up on is that everyone that he's helped along the way has done something to undermine him. Like he talks about Virgil, Jerry Lorenzo, Jay-Z. He's like, all these people that I helped, like these labels went and did something to undermine me and to cut me out of like whatever it is that they wanted from me. And that's why they have Travis Scott now. That's why they have Drake. That's why they got all these other people to substitute me as the main innovator. Yeah. So obviously, I'm gonna be objective. Obviously, his ego is fucking huge.
Yeah, because
he has a huge
these
ego.
People have the right. These people have the right to like do what's best for their own lives and stuff, right?
Right, and their own business.
Yeah, but Kanye's trying to like be like, no, you guys belong to me. Right, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
You were going somewhere because, like, these labels are trying to replace Kanye, but it takes all these artists to get what you could get from this one artist. Like, exactly, it takes a Travis Scott, a Drake, a this, a that to get the vibe that Kanye West could give you. And I think that's what upsets him. Like, bro, I'm right here.
Exactly.
But you need all these guys. Like, I'm telling you, he's trying to fit into the group. Like,
I don't think he's trying to fit in. I think he's just letting people know.
I agree with that.
That's kind of how I got it. Like, he's selling himself like that. Like, nah, like
he's letting people know because they didn't let him in. That's why he's letting you know, or else it wouldn't matter. If he would be in there, if he was in there, he wouldn't be telling you shit. No, the Jews wouldn't be bad.
But I can understand.
Wouldn't be this
but
devil.
As a man, I can understand. Like, if I built the entirety of whatever it is that I built, and then you start taking the people who I've like had under me and who I've shown,
you're
like,
gonna feel attacked.
It's gonna be like, what the fuck? You're pulling like the people who I put on and I selected, it's and interfering I found, with your purpose, like, your work. And you're making whatever it is, and on top of that, you're gonna blackball me, or you're gonna try to blackball me.
I agree with all of that.
I can see where someone could be like, if it's fuck me, then it's fuck you, and fuck all your little homies. Like, fuck all you guys.
I agree with all of that.
I can see where Kanye as a fucking man can be like, let his ego just drive himself like that, and that's why I feel like we get these like sporadic fucking moments.
No, for sure. I agree with all of that, but do you guys think that that's the only person? Do you think Kanye is the only person it's happened to?
No, but he's the only person that's happened to who has the resources to not care about being canceled.
No, but he also makes it seem like he's the only one.
Well, he's the only one that we're hearing talking about it.
Well, yeah, but he's making it seem like he's the only one that's ever gone through that. People get pulled out of, like, from underneath them all the time.
But the thing is that it doesn't mean it's okay. It doesn't mean you can't speak up for yourself.
That's why I said I agree with everything you guys are saying. But he's also like implying and acting like, oh, I'm the only one that they're going after. Like, nah, bro, they go after everyone. Like,
that's cool, but eventually you're gonna run to the person who's gonna be
not
like,
afraid to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I said I agree with you.
That's gonna happen in any point in life,
which is great and entertaining to watch. And it's also like, is this gonna make or break Kanye? You know how? Like, is this gonna help his brand, or is it gonna is he gonna crush? Where does he go from here?
Okay, let's go.
Taking them down, all this. I'm a fat bitch on the runway. I'm so powerful. No, you're not. You're causing death. That shit is unhealthy. Let's do statistics on black obesity rates. Everything that's being pushed in the media is about decentralizing and tearing down communities.
I agree with that. I mean, you've been on. You guys have heard me on here say that we shouldn't fucking round of applause these fucking fat people. Like
I didn't fucking say that.
no, I said that you guys have been on here hearing me say that. Like, bro, we shouldn't be telling these kids that it's okay. Like, I mean, shit, I feel fat as fuck. This is the biggest I've ever been. I'm not happy about that. I'm not
From
going
the
on
dick.
my line.
From the dick, right?
I'm not going online saying, "Oh, I love my body." Like, what the fuck? Do you know how crazy I'd look doing that shit? Like,
you look like a hypocrite, or like it just doesn't like add up.
I've
really.
been here like criticizing Lizzo for like saying, "Oh, like it's okay to feel comfortable in your body." No, it's not, bitch. Like, it's not. And this is the same person that is now like on Ozempic losing weight because this is the happiest I've been in my life. Like, I thought you were happy then.
Yeah.
Now you got a bunch of little kids. My wife has a cousin that I work with who has a little brother who was on that. Like the whole like I'm in love with my body. I love it. And they were like, "No, bro, you're fucking fat. You need to lose weight. You're like in high school and you're this big." Like,
it's like an excuse to like just.
I don't think there's anything wrong with loving your body as long as you're always like.
Do you love your body if you're feeding it trash?
All right, watch. You gotta be somewhat.
Let's talk about this because I have something with food too. I like fucking eating.
No, yeah,
that's why I work my ass off.
But
you know?
you're self-conscious, and you have to.
Everybody's self-conscious.
No, they're not, bro.
No,
you're not. You don't get that big if you're not self-conscious, bro. You go to the gym because you're self-conscious. You know, if I sit here for a fucking week straight and I eat all these fucking Twinkies, I'm gonna end up fucking big as fuck. So I need to eat all these Twinkies and go to the fucking gym.
Yes.
Like, you're self-conscious. I don't drink that extra soda or eat that extra this because I know I will blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have like self-conscious. Like, some of these people just don't realize like it's not okay. Like, it's not okay for you to be ordering 13 tacos and a torta. Like,
depends.
Yeah, if you're sharing it with 3 people.
No.
13 tacos.
That's not fair because moderation is the thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with eating heavy if you're gonna go fucking train or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
That's saying as long as you're conscious about that, then that's okay. Right,
but if I'm not,
but if you're not,
exactly,
it becomes a problem.
Like, if you were like, I'm gonna go crush 13 tacos and a torta, but I'm gonna go work out like a fucking 3-hour session, I'm gonna go on a run. There's nothing wrong with that. Fucking eat 15 tacos if you want.
So you're only talking about the people who just like, fuck it, I'm here, whatever.
Yeah, like, you shouldn't do that. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I'm telling you myself, like, I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, me too. I don't go to the gym.
Yeah, but you have a good digestive. You have a good digestive.
He's just young, bro. Give it time. I always tell people that. He's just young.
I'm just young.
Your brothers at some point, I couldn't ever imagine to get bigger, and now they're not fat, but your oldest is like, I always tell people, you look healthy, you know? Just, you look healthy, bro, and happy. That's how it looks. You're just healthy and happy, bro. You're in a relationship. Like,
being in a relationship makes you gain weight.
I thought you were about to say gay. I was like, what?
Because you're just busting nuts, eating. You know, you busting nuts. You just want to chill.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So,
dude, the last relationship I was in, I was getting like chubby, bro.
Really? I kind of remember you being like a little chubby.
My mom even called me out. Like when I would go like visit, she would tell me like, "Oh, like you're getting like."
Fatter, you were busting nuts.
She was mad. She was mad that they were feeding you good.
I was eating good.
Yeah, she was like,
she was taking care of me. Like,
lo están cuidando a mi hijo, ya no va a regresar.
Probably, huh?
Nah,
no, but I would like it. Does it's that statistic is true? I agree with that.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I believe it.
Okay. I think that's all I have on Kanye West right now.
Okay,
Money, do you have anything after that he said? Because it sounds like you have a lot of quotables, yo.
A lot of about what, Kanye?
About the interview. You saw it all, no?
Oh. No, well, he pretty much touched up on like the parts. The main thing I wanted to say was what I said. Basically, he's just getting them back the way that they get like his culture, his race. You know, they hit him with this, so he's like, so fuck it, I'm gonna hit them where it hurts. And I thought that was a banger. I thought, okay, damn, like it makes sense. I actually like was like, okay, I was okay with that.
See, I didn't get this far into the interview and I didn't see it. Maybe you guys could maybe he said a little more. But
I'm okay with Kanye being like this crazy.
No,
Actually, I like it. I like Kanye. I like that he's fucking saying things without fucking any
hesitation.
Like, exactly.
He's gonna end up getting got, bro.
I like that though. That's like I don't know. There's something there.
I didn't get this far. Maybe you guys have a little more on it. But No Jumper posted something where supposedly he said that like Drake is a million times more important.
Oh yeah.
Did he say more? Did he say more? Or was it just that was like the line?
Yeah, he said he was more important than Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick Lamar doesn't have any hits.
Yeah. I know. I heard that too. Yeah.
He kept coming at Kendrick.
What do you think it is with him?
With Kendrick? Well, because Kendrick is part of the industry. He's getting manipulated by the industry.
Well, he just signed to a big deal.
Exactly.
He left. He left the black man to go to the white man.
Exactly. And Kanye's like, you should have been under me. Basically, he wants it all for himself. Probably,
you
right?
think Kanye West tried to sign Kendrick Lamar?
Fuck no.
No, he wasn't. But
Marley's just speaking out of his ass right now. Don't listen to him.
I'm being Kanye right now.
Yeah, he's just talking.
No,
what are you talking about? He ain't talking about nothing. What are you talking about? He ain't talking about nothing. What are you talking about? He ain't talking about nothing. What are you talking about?
But yeah, why else would he be mad about like to
He's
Kendrick?
fucking egocentric.
That could have been me.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He talks about that. He's like, Academics is like, yo, why are you like this type of way? He's like, God is jealous. God is a jealous God. Like,
yeah.
He's like, I'm the closest thing to God on this planet.
See, that's when you go too far.
Yeah. Same here. I agree with that. You can't.
I understand what he was saying. I understand where he's coming from.
Monty thinks the same thing. I like guarantee you that Monty wakes up every morning. He's like, I am God.
Like that. He's cooking right now.
Nah, this guy.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
So.
Oh, all good then. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So from one outspoken person to another, what do you guys think of Elon Musk selling X or Twitter to himself?
It's just a balance transfer. I don't care much about it, to be honest.
Another
Anything
write-off or
Elon
something.
Musk-ish is like fucking like, I feel like blown out. No Diddy. Like, I just feel like I'm just like, all right, this guy's going to do whatever the fuck he
I didn't think
wants
about
to
it
do.
like that. I just thought about it like, he feels like they might be coming after his money, so let's transfer it to another entity.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Balance transfer. You
Okay.
know? It's like an LLC.
I thought you meant balance as in like power. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
No, it's exactly what you said it was.
It's also a write-off. Like, how much is he selling it for? Probably at a loss, right?
that could be true too.
And he's selling at a loss, and you can report that on your taxes, and
Yeah,
that's
this
another
not-
fucking
It's like headlining.
billionaire shit.
Like, billionaire shit, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything. These people know what the fuck they're doing.
I did see him talking about like the war, like in Ukraine, being like upset about like these people are killing themselves
For no reason.
for nothing, and he like seemed pissed. It could have been an act, it could be. You never fucking know.
You
with
never
these people.
know. You
Sounds
never
very
know.
Kanye-ish.
But I don't know.
You think
To me, it makes sense. Yeah, why have the fucking war go on? Like,
Wait, but you think it's Kanye West-ish for him to speak up about the war and say that it's kind of like senseless killing?
No,
I think
that's
that's
I don't
something
think so.
positive.
For him,
I never said it was Kanye
Lad,
West.
no, I said that.
Yeah.
Him saying, "Oh, they're killing themselves for no reason." Like they're doing it because Ukraine doesn't want their country taken over. That's like Mexico trying to come in here and saying, "Oh, we're taking over now." Like, well, we're just not
We're
supposed to
gonna
protect
stand
our
up for
land.
ourselves. Yeah.
Like, no, they're protecting themselves, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
not for no reason. Like,
He's painting a narrative. It's not like what Elon says
Right,
is
right.
not the like
real-
you know
the real-
exactly.
yeah, that's
It's
why
not
I
the
say it
final
sounds
thing.
like Kanye West-ish because it was like Kanye West goes and says, "Oh, they hate each other for nothing." Or
it's really smart though, because I mean, we're conscious and we're aware that like he doesn't have the final say of this, right?
Yeah.
But everyone else hearing it, there's gonna be people who go, "Oh, he's right. I agree with them. Why like stop the war? Blah blah blah." Like, you get it. So on that standpoint, I think he's
Okay,
he's
Laz, you want to talk about the Big U situation? Can you inform me about what's going on? I feel like you know more about this than I do.
Big U.
So Big U is some like big. So Nipsey Hussle, Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle was signed to Big U,
Okay.
and now Big U just went down on like a
Rico.
RICO. So for the first time not the first time, I guess in hip hop in LA, they just took down like the Rolling 60 Crips.
Okay.
So they took down the whole thing. apparently there's like murders and fucking extortions, trafficking.
What do you mean they took down like the cops came and
arrested him, a couple of his, like a whole Rico, bro. Like they brought down a whole gang pretty much.
Oh,
they didn't get everyone in the gang, but they're about to for sure.
Yeah,
it's like on some Tekashi 6ix9ine shit. They brought down the whole block. Like everyone ended up in jail at some point.
Okay,
but yeah, like. I didn't read everything into it, but supposedly there was a part where they were saying that someone got a phone call like 15 minutes before Nipsey Hussle had died and Big U told them like, hey, they just got Nipsey before it even happened. So now they're saying that he might be involved in murdering his own artists. Like, there's obviously the sex trafficking. There's he ran a big like football organization in LA, one of the biggest.
They said that that shit wasn't making money. That shit was like fake or like it was a front, pretty much.
It's like a money laundering.
Oh yeah. He was extorting shit.
A lot of artists as well.
People would come from out of town, take your chain, jack you for your chain, help you look for it, like type shit.
Last type shit.
Last type beat.
Let me play this clip. He's talking. He's
Khalifa. Now that right there is one of my.
What about Wiz?
Oh, Wiz Khalifa.
This is Big U.
Now that right there is one of my nephews. Yes, sir. A phenomenal brain. I think people don't give Wiz the credit he deserves for how smart and intelligent he is.
Oh, not that smart.
You know what I mean? Like he's smart on a whole nother level. Like Wiz gonna be in this business years to come. He gonna be one of the figure. He's a man of the community. He has donated for the last
extortion.
5 years. He has donated every year to the organization. He, I think he gave us $25,000 last year for the football organization.
Extortion.
In terms of we bought football jerseys, uniforms. He paid for our field. He's performed 2 times for us a year for the football program.
Bunch of write-offs.
By far, he's done 4 more.
Goes on to say that it's been 12 years that he was doing that.
And out of nowhere, we talked about Wiz Khalifa in the beginning. Yep. When was he ever crippin'?
Never.
Out of nowhere, as soon as he starts getting extorted, now he's a crip. He's this, he's that. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I saw that whole like evolution of Wiz, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and now I see this. Like, he's not even from LA, and he's doing like these big charity for these specific block that Big U's from, and they said that they got McMill at some point. One of the guys that grew up playing in that football league, he took him to Vegas, killed him, dropped him off halfway on in the road.
I think that's kind of what kind of like brought everything to light.
Yeah, because
this was the biggest case. I think the murder on the highway.
Yeah, they found like his DNA on like the kid's fingernails. So that's how it all started. But I guess No Jumper had like a big thing to do with it in the case. I guess they come up a bunch of times. Like people were going on there and like pretty much snitching on themselves.
Fucking idiots. You guys are fucking idiots. I've been seeing that forever too. Like they go on there, they try to like make them prop themselves up as like this big street person. You're just fucking ratting on yourself. It's so fucking stupid. I see it all the time. It's giving Vlad.
Yeah,
Vlad does the same shit. Now there's like an interview somewhere with Vlad and Adam 22 chilling together talking about this shit. Like it's so
laughing like
it's fucking,
to the bank.
Oh my, laughing to the fucking bank off your fucking trauma and your fucking crimes and all this shit. And you fucking
and I'm a big fan of it.
Y'all go on there and fucking rat on yourselves all the fucking time.
And you know why I think they do it?
Go ahead, tell me.
Because of this, like someone's like fucking that Big U's fucking jacking you, and or maybe someone like Big U is jacking you and you don't feel like the man, so you gotta go online and make sure people know that you're the fucking man, and I've done this and I've done that and I pulled my gun out here and fucking popped this fool here. And I like one of the guys that they had is that they got was Brick Baby, who's Adam 22's co-host in his main podcast. Supposedly he had something to do with the shooting of, remember when they tried to get Quando Rondo in LA?
Yeah.
Supposedly he had something to do with that shit. And he went on there and like literally a couple hours after it happened on No Jumper, like saying, oh, they can't say this, you can't slide on this no more. Like pretty much implying that he had something to do with something, and they wiretapped their phones. Like,
didn't Adam get arrested like a week ago or something?
I think that was just publicity stunt.
Oh shit! Okay.
Come on, bro.
And these guys don't learn because I watch like No Jumper a lot. It's like where I get my fucking news half the time.
Every time I go on the LSD YouTube channel, it just says history and it has a bunch of No Jumper episodes. I just know Laz's been on there watching that shit.
All I do is watch podcasts at work, bro. I just put my headphone on and listen. But like, it's good content, bro. These dumbasses are fucking crashing out on the internet,
fucking
bro.
crash dummies, yo.
They're like all fucking crashing out, bro. And I don't know, bro. It's ridiculous. Like, these fools are idiots. I mean, sometimes on here, we try to like not say dumb shit that would never get us in trouble. Like, I can't imagine like committing a murder and coming on here and be like,
talking about it.
Yeah, I popped so-and-so, you know? Like, fuck no.
Yeah, right.
As long as you say allegedly.
Oh, it's all good.
All good.
Okay, all right. Anyways, we'll see what happens with Big U.
Oh, he's done. Murdering your own artist is crazy. We didn't even talk about that.
Wait. So now they're alleging that he had something to do with Nipsey Hussle's death.
Yeah, Whack 100 is the first one to break that news, and then it's on the paper.
So Whack 100 said that like one of the guys got a call that Nipsey had been shot already, and he hadn't even been shot yet.
No,
it didn't happen till like another like 10, 15 minutes after.
And then they brought the guy whose name is Loose Cannon. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, he came on. It's like, yeah, he called me like 15 minutes before he even died, you know? And supposedly he called Nipsey and Nipsey answered. He's like, yeah, like I called Nipsey, he answered, and it's like I just hung up because I heard his voice.
Yeah.
And like he's like, you could go on Nipsey Hussle's phone. I might be like his last call, you know?
So you don't think does that person play a role? Because if I hear that and then I call this person in disbelief and they answer, you don't think it's in common decency to be like, yo, I just got a call that you just got shot? Like,
yeah,
for him to just hang up is crazy.
Yeah.
He's probably in on it.
Well, he was probably like, fuck, like, this was true. I don't know. I believe it though, because
I believe that shit. That's shady ass fucking
remember,
shit.
Like, Nipsey Hussle was this big artist that was independent.
Yeah.
And then he decided to sign with a major label.
I remember
and
that.
he left Big U. So I feel like, yeah, like that fool killed him. Fool, he was probably butthurt. Like, the fool left me, like, for the white folks, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I believe it. And I was making a point earlier where I watched No Jumper a lot. These fools are calling in from jail to like No Jumper, and Adam 22 is like putting them on live, like, and they're still saying shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you guys are fucking idiots.
Damn. All good, bro.
Dude, what doesn't that like? Isn't it dangerous for Adam? Since he's like in the middle of all that.
Yeah, he's a great white.
And like everyone just sees it. Like if you see the comments, everyone's like, it's not his fault, bro. These people choose to go on there and trash out.
It's true. They see clout and they're like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna be on No Jumper. Fuck it, hell yeah, let me get my stripes."
I feel
it's
like
a fucking. It's stupid. Everyone wants to be somebody. Everybody wants to be the fucking biggest fucking criminal. Everyone wants to have the most fucking street respect.
Cred,
like it's so
shit.
stupid, bro. The culture's cooked.
It is.
That's what I think.
Kanye had a point.
Okay, who?
Kanye.
Yeah, I'm
these
telling
people
you.
talk about murders and shit, like making kids feel like
It's glorified. Let me see this. Let's see this.
Me, I would have immediately swung on him. Hands on me, that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him.
You don't know who that is, huh?
Stephen A. Smith.
Remember we talked about this, like the sport anchor that went up to LeBron, that LeBron went up to because he was talking about his son
and the parenting skills.
Yeah,
do we believe Stephen A. Smith would have swung on LeBron James?
I think so. He's from New York, bro. Those guys will fight.
Maybe.
Like,
who do you think would win in a fight between
LeBron would fucking destroy him. Like,
think so?
LeBron is like probably 10, 15 years younger than him. Works out every fucking day. Like,
working out doesn't equate to fighting, though.
LeBron,
that's true. It doesn't.
Fucking runs down the biggest guys on the court.
Might be a heavier guy for sure, but
yeah, maybe. I see some boxing videos of. I saw that clip play, and then immediately they played a Stephen A. Smith boxing video, and it was horrible, bro.
Oh, really?
It was bad.
So LeBron would win.
Would have been a sick fight to watch.
Yeah, but I don't like where this is going. Just like media in general, bro. Like it like
It sells, bro. We just talked to Monty, was like, bro, this is such an entertaining interview, and Kanye is like throwing F-bombs, like disrespecting everybody. Like, for sure. Like, it's a shitty thing to fucking say, but
it's entertaining.
It's entertaining, and the fucking humans are gonna click on it.
It's almost like
people are gonna talk about it on their podcast.
Life turned into a like.
Hey, horny.
I blame it all on Jersey Shore.
Why? Why do you blame this shit on?
Connect the dot. Connect the dot for us.
You're being Kanye right now.
Fucking reality. Was that reality TV?
Yeah.
Life is turning into reality TV, bro. Like, people saw Jersey Shore, and like, even us, we thought like, bro, if we record ourselves, it would be like epic. Look at us now. We're just like here recording.
Yeah. Back then, like, I've actually thought about this before, and I think we've talked about it, but
we should do a content house.
Reality.
That's what I'm saying, bro. People just decide like we should just record ourselves, bro. We're just as interesting as fucking Snooki in the situation.
Get some fucking ratchets and fucking throw them in there, make them with some fucking criminals.
Like, everyone just started making their own fucking reality TV show.
Throw one good guy in there. Oh, he's cooked.
With YouTube and social media, everyone became their own reality TV star, and
it's true. Who has the most and who has the most entertaining show? You know, I just saw Netflix is gonna throw that the Red Balloon show on Netflix now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And that touches up on Laz's point, I think. So I kind of get where he's going with that.
I chose
reality
Jersey Shore
TV.
because that was like the biggest one that I could think of.
What you were trying to say is like reality TV.
Yeah, like
Jersey Shore is just an example. I agree. I can see that.
Raunchy drama sells.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous because with the Stephen A. Smith shit, as soon as that happened, now for a minute it was just him going at LeBron every morning. Now, for the first time, I mean, we've seen LeBron on his own podcast, right?
Yeah.
But I've never seen LeBron go anywhere and do a fucking interview. And now he's going on like Pat McAfee's fucking morning show, and he's talking about the whole situation. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? LeBron isn't this guy. Like, he doesn't go on shows and talk about problems. Like, he's the whole like, let it go. Like, I don't say anything. I'm the good guy, straight line. Like, I'm a father, this and that. But now he's going on.
There's so much money behind him that he has to keep it so clean.
Yeah, now he's going online, like on TV.
Now he's getting fuck you money. That's what I think.
Yeah,
well, now he's hitting Kanye level where he's like,
he doesn't care anymore.
Billions, bro. Yeah. If I fucking fuck up this deal, I have like 3 more billion before I. How much? He talks to his accountant. How long would it take me to spend his money? He's like, bro, you couldn't spend all this money if you tried.
Yeah,
I can imagine it goes something along those lines, and then you're like, oh, you mean I don't need a people please for the rest of my life? No, you're good. You're good.
I believe it.
All right, well, fuck it. I'm going to go say whatever I want. I'm going to hop on live. I'm going to go up to fucking Stephen A. Smith on the court in front of everybody and fucking, you know? I can see that happening. I can see that being a reality.
How much would it cost me if I punch him in the face?
Well, you go punch him.
You'd be suspended for like a weekend, but that's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. I know last week you guys kind of touched up on the Snow White thing, didn't you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about that? I know the main actor what's her name? Rachel Zegler, the main actor, the girl that played Snow White. She got dropped by Disney.
Already?
Because the movie just did like horrible. And people didn't like, you know how she like made it like political.
She made a political statement.
That? Oh, she made a political statement.
1937. It's no longer 1937. She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird.
Bro, if you hate the story of Cinderella, why the fuck are you playing it? Like
Snow White.
I mean, Snow White, bro. Like, you're not gonna go in there and change the fucking script. But like, that movie's already like set in stone.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
but that's just how these kids, the new era is, bro. Like,
it's more like
no, I don't agree with that. That's not true.
It is, bro.
Fuck
like,
no.
A lot of these people want to change. They want to change the original buzz. They want to change.
It's not the kids.
The new era. Like,
it's not the kids.
The new era in charge of like. The old people in charge of Disney, they're all old, retired.
They're trying to do what's going to make them the most money. They think that doing this shit connects with the general fucking population. They think that, if we keep this shit woke, it's going to connect with everybody. We're going to people please everybody. I think what they're starting to realize is that the world is fucking shifting. The culture is shifting in the West world where they're like, people don't fucking like this shit, bro. People don't fucking like this fucking like cookie cutter shit.
Oh, no,
people don't want this shit sugar coated. People like the original Snow White. Monty loves the original fucking mermaid. You know, like people are like, no, and I think they're coming to that realization. That's why they fucking dropped this chick.
Monty's like, I never even watched The Little Mermaid. I just know that she's white.
She just fucking popped up and like spoke about. I think they're gonna show all her fucking interviews, all her fucking red carpet appearances, and I think they're gonna. I think publicity, fucking corporation, publicity businesses, you know, PR companies, they're gonna fucking highlight this. They're gonna be like, hey. Look, this is a prime example of what not to do. If you're fucking working for Disney or whatever, you wouldn't hear fucking Robert Downey Jr. fucking start talking about like women's rights or like Red Wing fucking, you know? They wouldn't do that. Why would they do that? That's not, you know? You ruined it for yourself.
I have to
and people hate
agree a little bit, but disagree because ESPN is now belongs to the to the fucking little mouse. And you got Stephen A. Smith out here saying that.
Well, yeah, Disney already put fucking Baby Boy on fucking Disney.
Yeah.
Baby Boy. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's a movie with Tyrese on there.
I've seen it. You've never seen it.
So back to this kind of like proves my point. I think they're realizing like, oh, people don't really fucking want this like sugar-coated version. Yeah. No, people like real authentic shit, you know?
Yeah. I think, yeah, you're right. Like people don't...
Like you said,
people don't like things being changed when they've already seen the original.
It's like if they made a remake of
if it's not broken, don't like why fix it?
And it's like if they made a remake of like The Sandlot, you would have been like, and they changed everything. Like they would have made like the main character a girl. You would have been like, why did you guys do that?
Just make a new fucking movie at that point.
The characters don't even look the dog anymore. It's something else.
The characters don't even look like each other. Are you kidding me? Oh my god! You know it would have been bad. You feel me? Yeah. I just think you can't bullshit that. I don't think you can bullshit the culture like that. Let me see.
Rachel Zegler is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged.
No one on the right side of America can stand the star of this movie.
But you don't seemingly like your own character, so she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
The star, Rachel Zegler, is unbelievably charmless in public.
She was, as woke as they are.
She just sounds bitter and angry.
I don't think they're going to buy it. I don't think they're going to watch it. I don't think they're going to like it.
Every time she speaks, she gets less likable.
This truly is the worst casting, maybe, in the history of the film industry.
Rachel Zegler, she's an asshole.
You have nothing to do with the creation of Snow White, right? You should shut up.
Spend 1 minute on Snow White and how it totally imploded at the box office this weekend.
Rachel is literally the star of a Disney movie, and she acts like she's some sort of victim, and that's the sort of mentality that is just poisoning people's minds. Like she acts like her life is so bad.
I truly do believe that there's something wrong with her. She's disturbed, she's unhappy, and she thinks it's about feminism and the patriarchy and about abortion. But the reality is she's just not stable. Like the majority of people in Hollywood, they're just not stable human beings. I would highly advise that you boycott this film, no matter how much your children love Snow White.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, I don't need your business. Thanks.
They spent $170 million to make the thing.
Why do they have to make it so political though? Like
she made it political.
The statement wasn't political. She just said that the guy was a stalker. Like
that's not the only thing that she said.
And what else did she say?
That she should be focused on like the leader she is and not worrying about like.
She's trying to make.
What is that? What's political about that?
She's trying to make the film about herself, bro.
That's weird. But everyone else is talking about the right side and abortion and this and that.
That's her talking about like she's picking apart the whole fucking script based on her ideologies.
No, I know, but now they're talking about abortion.
Role. That's not your role. That's like if Denzel was talking about like the movie Flight and he comes on, he's like, you shouldn't be drinking, like you should. Like, why would you fucking speak on that? You're just playing a role.
I agree on that, but it's like now we're bringing the right side, left side in, and the fucking abortion.
That's her.
What does Disney think about this? Like,
they dropped her.
They dropped her.
Well, yeah, bro. There's this much negativity around.
So she didn't. Okay, I haven't seen the new Snow White movie, but it's not changed, right? Like it's still kind of the same.
Besides the dwarves, remember we talked about.
But everything is the same. She is a girl. She's looking for love.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, so she didn't change anything.
No, and I think like most girls, not most girls, but a lot of girls would find like I saw it more as like a joke, like, oh, the guy's weird, ew, stalker. Like girls do that shit, you know?
Oh,
like,
wait, I think did I hear from you guys or like what's weird is that the guy like walks in and sees a girl that's like dead or like asleep, and he just like
starts kissing
her.
No, I think there's
like weird.
Everything about
I think there's a comedian that
everything about storylines are gonna be fucking weird if you fucking sit there and pick it apart. Cinderella's weird. What the fuck do you mean this shit turned from a cabbage into a fucking? You know what I mean? What do you mean? None of it makes sense. It's not supposed to make sense, bro. It's a fucking Disney movie. It's like a fish. My fish doesn't talk.
Mine does.
It's not supposed to be fucking non-fictional. It's a fictional fucking story.
I feel that. I agree with you.
That's whack as fuck like for you to be trying to make this shit real as fuck.
You're
like
trying to change. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's lame. That's what turns a lot of people off about all of this shit. All that like woke ideology. I believe in like the good woke, like the shit that Bernie Sanders is
I don't even think that was that woke.
Who?
Like what she said. Like
my biggest thing is that she was making this all about herself. You're playing a role.
I agree with that.
This should be about the movie, especially if you're getting paid millions of dollars to do this shit.
And it's an established role. It's not like it's a new movie where you could kind of tell the director like, hey, maybe what do you think if my character did this more instead of this?
If you're not okay with it, why the fuck are you in that? Yeah, why would you take that role? Does not make sense.
She did come off as ungrateful. I heard one person say that. Like, but yeah, there was parts in there.
PBD that said that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to pull up her statement for when she got fired.
Okay,
let me see if I can.
Maybe that'll be more political, you know, because I didn't see too much wokeness political behind that. I could see how you could spin it that way, but like,
there's probably other shit that she said, but that was just because the main thing. When she trashes like the original script of Snow White, that's enough to like piss people off. That's enough to trigger like us, like a reaction being like, wait, what?
Like, bro, just let me watch the movie, bro. Let me watch Snow White. You know what the fuck? Let me see. I can't find her statement.
Damn,
anywhere.
And that's kind of crazy for Disney to drop her just like that, though.
Right after it came out too.
That's like, damn, you weren't even on my side the whole time.
No, that's not probably the case. The case is probably they probably saw the first week numbers and they're like, and they probably saw the fucking reviews and all these. I think they rated it like a 1.1 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is fucking horrible. And it's publicly driven. That's a publicly driven page.
Maybe it was just a bad movie.
Well, we went on break right quick. We were talking about Epstein's Island. I know someone who was talking. Like, I'm sure we all know people who were talking about this shit long time ago, right? But you guys were like, "Oh, this guy's like a conspiracy theorist or whatever." And it's like, well, yeah, you're crazy till you're not. You know, like I remember him telling me about like Epstein's Island, like years before any of that shit happened. You know, and at the time when you say that with no context, you're like, "Oh, okay, what the fuck?" Like,
"That loco se way."
Right. Yeah. And then it comes out, and it's like,
"Oh, the fool's right all along."
So, okay, talking about Epstein's Island, do you guys think he's really dead?
No. I'm starting to believe Tupac's not dead, bro.
Oh my god!
Because this is the other conspiracy theories that they just came up with, like where that box that Trump has a replica of that they found out was true, like there was like CIA papers that got leaked or not leaked but put out on it. Fuck, what is that called?
A box?
It's like a box. Fuck.
Pandora's box?
Not a Pandora's box. CIA papers box. This will be great. Damn, I don't know, bro. But it was a big conspiracy, and out of nowhere, like it's now like, oh, they found this box that was a conspiracy, and now it just turns out to be true.
Yeah. Well, dude, did you guys hear about the fucking pyramids and the fucking pillars and like whole thing? It can happen like.
What are you talking about? Give us more context.
They discovered like these huge pillars under the pyramids, like barely. Just now, it's coming out.
Yeah,
I feel like, dude, how the fuck did we not know this the whole time? I'm sure someone has like already. I'm sure we've had that information there. You know, for a long time, but I know it's just talking now about. Getting. Like,
I think they use some type of like technology that's like radar or some shit, and then like. It went, I think it goes like 600 meters down below.
It's a really tall structure.
And it has like fucking caves in it. And it has like, it's a super weird thing. I did see. And before that, there was actually a meme about that. There was like an illustration of like the pyramids being the tip of like whatever it is.
An obelisk.
Underneath the ground.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those were memes before it was put out to be true, right?
Yeah. What were you showing me right now?
So this is the thing. It was called the Ark of Covenant.
The Ark of Covenant?
Oh yeah. It was like a fucking.
Let me see.
It was just like a
the
rumor,
Ark? like Noah's Ark.
Not that shit.
The mystical Ark of Covenant, believed to be lost, may have been found according to declassified CIA documents. Intelligence agency claims the artifact may have been located by a psychic decades ago in the Middle East as part of the experimental secret projects in the 1980s.
But this is shit that people have been talking about forever. That supposedly it wasn't lost, and then it just turns out to be that it was lost all along.
How much of the CIA shit do you guys believe though? Like, don't you think they could put out like misinformation just to throw you completely off?
Oh, that you think
as to what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're in control of the information that they can release, like, don't you guys think they can release like fake information?
Yeah, they can.
Like, have you guys seen, you know, it's they declassify a lot of CIA documents, and then there's like some that talks about like astral projection, and it teaches you how to like. Have you guys read those?
I haven't.
They've declassified shit on astral projection.
They've been declassifying a lot of things, but they're doing it like right under our noses, so we don't.
Oh, it's not that they threw it. The JFK files right in front of your face, but no one's gonna read 70,000 pages.
Same thing with the Epstein.
Weren't they holding back some of the Epstein shit and the Kennedy shit? Like some of it wasn't released fully.
Well, the flight log I don't think is released, but I know that the JFK files have been released. 70,000 pages that no one's gonna fucking read.
Someone's gonna make a fucking hour-long YouTube video about it.
My brother told me that I think not the Canadian president, but like the dude that's like doing all the talking there,
the prime minister.
I don't know, but he admitted that like he was the first politician
to go to
someone out there. No, to admit that there was actually 3 like races of aliens like living among us already. The Greys, the reptilians, and then some other ones that are supposedly blonde hair, blue eye, or some shit. But it's crazy because it's like a politician guy, like someone like close to
someone that would know.
Yeah, and for him to be like saying shit like this is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
don't you think?
Well, like you said, he has a high power in his country, and I would assume that every country probably has documents on like aliens and shit. And I think everyone keeps them to themselves for the same reason. Like, if we tell them, they're gonna go insane. Like I've last week, I don't know why, but the question, I have a question of the day on my chair where like I ask everyone the same question just to start a conversation or something. I was like, what would you do if like you found out aliens existed? Most of the people said that they would fucking like pretty much go insane. Like they wouldn't know what the fuck to do. Like,
why?
I don't know, bro. Most people would just pretty much say, I don't know, bro. Like I would just grab my kid, my gun, and drive. I'm like, drive.
Okay,
where?
but if
like,
aliens existed, let's say you find out aliens exist, that would mean that they've existed and they've existed all along. So like, what would be the difference?
See, that's how I feel.
Like if society is running correctly, as far as we know, and it's running fine, we pay, we have monetary things, and you know, we have our morals and our family and all this shit. Unless society runs perfectly fine, and then you just find out that they've existed for the past like however long.
Unless there's an invasion,
yeah,
then
different.
That's like more okay. Let's panic. Let's fucking
try to kill these things and defend ourselves and.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Not kill, but defend ourselves and make sure that we're okay.
I feel like some people like they find out like the dumbest shit and it impacts their life drastically. Finding out aliens are real and they might be amongst us is pretty big.
Well, that's like ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, it is. Ignorance is like the most beautiful thing sometimes.
Oh, I feel like the happiest people are the most
ignorant.
Yeah.
Ignorant. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You're so ignorant. Actually, you know, that's why I'm happy. I hear a lot of people call me ignorant.
No, you're ignorant. You're being ignorant. Do you guys know where that's from?
Yeah, South Park. Monty didn't watch shit growing up.
Monty, you've never seen the South Park episode of fucking Michael Jackson?
I mean, I have, but I can't quote it. Oh, you guys are so cool.
I'm probably the lamest guy that you probably know.
Oh, I'm glad you said it.
That's ever walked,
I wasn't gonna say
that's ever walked this earth before, to be honest, bro.
Lame.
All right. Well, we talked about one indictment here in LA earlier. Did you guys hear about the indictment that Gerardo Ortiz got pulled into?
Ooh, yes, I have heard about it.
So
Gerardo Ortiz, he's a Mexican artist,
big artist. Some of your mom's favorite songs, dad's favorite songs,
and your aunties, and your aunties. Like, he's signed to Angel de Villar,
which
is the CEO, pretty much like the Mexican Suge.
Oh yeah,
What it
one of them, because some would argue that what's his name is from the guy that signed JOP.
Jimmy Humilde.
Jimmy Humilde.
He's up there. I feel like Loki. He's next.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He got pulled in to get. He pretty much snitched instead of that. He's like involved with the cartel and shit.
He's been paid by the cartel to perform for them.
So like, what do you think is
that like a bad thing to snitch about though?
Yes.
Yeah. And not the snitching part. Like, I don't care what
is
people
that even
think.
snitching though? Like,
yeah,
did he throw anyone under the bus?
Yes,
because the owner of my label is getting investigated, and I went on there and
so the label is like getting these gigs for him. Then that's why
pretty much. Yes, exactly.
Okay, got it.
And I don't even care that you snitch. Do you care about your family? The cartel's involved in your snitching?
Yeah. That's
well, they might have offered him some sort of protection. I don't think he just openly said like, yeah.
I don't think anyone could protect you from that shit, bro.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know about that.
It's not safe.
Obviously, it's not safe. Like to snitch on the cartel and to like, no one.
Especially being like,
I think you can fuck with the Jews and stay alive, but you can't fuck with the cartel and stay alive, my boy.
Yeah.
They send that guy from Sicario.
Yeah, bro. So
I've seen Sicario before. I know how they do it.
If
pulls up in a little gardener truck.
If Kanye West was fucking with the cartel, I guarantee you that cameraman that Academics brought would have been the shooter.
Would have had a gun. Which is why I said that in the beginning of the interview. It's like, yeah, this guy could just be the guy who was sent here to fucking, and Academics could be a pawn. Same type of shit, you know?
Yeah, like
the same shit could go down in this scenario.
I can't ever imagine, like.
So now he's facing 30 years to life.
Right now, watch. I'm a civilian. I would tell in an instant.
And you guys got to thank Tekashi for that.
Yeah.
Because before that, no one ever said, I'm a civilian. Tekashi invented that. Now everyone could speak about street shit and be like, I'm a civilian. Tekashi made that up for you guys. So you guys got to thank Tekashi.
I'm a family man.
I keep hearing all this shit, so I want to say that.
No, yeah,
go ahead. Proceed.
I am telling. The only way I'm not telling is if the fucking cartel's in that indictment. My family's not safe. Maybe like... The way that I've kind of like seen this is like, okay, you might save your wife and 3 kids, but your aunt's dying, her kids are dying, your uncle's dying, your fucking great grand, they're getting everyone
around you. Yeah.
Until they could get you.
Yep. Which is a sick fucking game, dude.
It's a fucking crazy game.
Oh no.
So you got to be careful who you get in bed with, who you make business with, what type of business you're doing. I know he's not the only artist who's in this situation.
I mean, Espinosa Pazas came out and said,
I think Peso Pluma has a hit on him.
Well, dude, if a cartel reaches out to you and says, hey, I want you to perform here, like, do you even have a choice?
Depends who you're signed to and depends who they reached out to.
If I'm in their country, no.
Like, you're going to piss them off.
The thing is that these guys tour majorly in
Mexico.
But mostly in America. So
no, but they tour in Mexico.
No, too. They do. My point here is like, you don't have to tour in Mexico. If you tell the cartel no, don't go back to Mexico. Just know that if you tell them no and you
okay, but that's your core audience.
Yeah, it is.
I know, and I know Peso Pluma is like involved in this shit as well. Actually, no facts on the podcast, but I know for when I was in Baja Fest last year, he pulled up in a helicopter.
Yeah,
I know damn well he wasn't gonna be stuck in no traffic. Straight sketch type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking 3 SUVs pull up behind me.
Yeah. I've seen Sicario before, bro. We know how this shit goes.
You know how they get down.
You know, we just seen that video, MO3. You saw that? Wait, actually, before we go there, let's finish up here. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is only going to happen to Angel de Villar, or do you think this transcends into other artists? I know you mentioned Jimmy Humilde.
Oh, Jimmy Humilde's getting got. He's going to be like,
and he's been hinting fat at like being in that scenario, in that scene, right? Narco corridos and like who he posts his pictures with. He's posted pictures before with some pretty heavy people.
Your artists make songs about these people.
Yeah.
And your artists get like JOP has made with the CH y La Pizza. Like that's a whole fucking cartel thing. Like
cartels pay artists to make songs about them.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I don't think they have much of a choice unless they want to like.
No, you have a choice. You can say you don't want to make the song.
But then you're like you run that risk of being on like bad terms.
Yeah. Well, that's why people.
So do you have a choice? Like,
well, I don't know if you guys remember, JOP's artist got fucking killed.
Yeah.
In Mexico, like, and his Suburban got shot up. His bodyguard died. So it's like
you better make that song.
So some shit's happening for sure, you know.
Yeah.
I know after a while that's when he put out like his little EDM album. Like I feel like he was like staying away from making
All
that
his
type
shit
of
is
music.
so whack right now. He started making like rap shit. No offense, like not that there's anything wrong with it, but he's like got like black people in his music video, like wearing chains and shit. Like his shit has all chain. Like I feel like he's getting extorted.
You think so?
Like
by who?
I don't fucking know, bro. Like
Well, why do you say that though?
Like this wasn't your crowd before. Yeah, I'm sure you.
But
make,
don't you think he's trying to like
new
lean
friends and shit?
But don't
I
you think he's
get
trying to
it.
like lean into like American culture? Like he lives
That's
in America.
probably what he's trying to do. Yeah.
It's like he's leaning into like pop culture.
I think that was his dream all along.
Yeah, for sure.
To be like
he's
the
from
rapper.
where's
San
he from?
Bernardino.
He's from San B, bro. Like
Yeah, I mean, I get
that
it.
shit is all popping out here.
Well, that's probably why he dresses like a rapper, right? It's like his biggest influence. It's just weird to me because like that's not the crowd that like you're trying to pull or that show up at your shows. But and like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not your core audience and it's not what you're trying to attract. So it just throws me off when I see his music videos now. I'm like, huh.
He's trying to tap into different audiences.
Artist. But I think it's for the reason that you said. His artist got shot and killed. So maybe I shouldn't be making this type of music anymore. You know, maybe I should make EDM more like popish and more.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know
He's playing it more safe.
You know what I'm saying? I can see that happening.
But you brought up was it Mo 3?
Yeah, Mo 3.
Did you see that video?
No. I don't know.
Do you know who Mo 3 is?
No.
He was a popular artist in Atlanta. He got gunned down a couple of years ago. I don't know if you guys
On the freeway.
We talked about it. He was getting chased on the freeway by like a BMW or something, and he got killed on the freeway. But they released like dash cam footage of like
it's horrible.
The truck behind him. So he's like getting chased, and then apparently they shot his wheels out. So in the video, and this is pretty like, I feel like for the family it's probably pretty traumatic. To see,
why would you put this shit
to
out?
see your family member, or your friend,
He
or your
has
cousin,
kids.
his last moments, like he's like in front. He gets out of the car. He's like trying to like hide behind it. Then he sees the people get off their car. And then he runs backwards. And then you just see the gunmen like run after him, like
on the freeway.
Yeah, on the freeway.
Oh,
He
man,
I think he gets out. He goes onto the driver's side. I think he might have had a gun, and I think he was trying to get it, but I feel like he felt like, fuck, I don't have enough time. So he started running, which I would have just stayed and grabbed that fucking gun. Because now you're running with nothing.
Yeah.
And they get him, bro. Like on the fucking freeway, traffic and everything. Like,
Oh, man.
and this is now out for his family and his kids
To watch.
To watch.
His last fucking moments.
I feel like this shit only gets intensified from here on out. Like I feel like everyone records everything, and I'm guilty of it too. You know, I record everything. You know, and I feel like it doesn't go backwards from here. You know what I'm saying?
It only get, yeah. Man, it's
As far
sad.
as far as like what we publicize and shit, everything's analytically driven. Everything's content is like where everything is at right now. Someone is making money off of this video that
for sure.
these people
And all they did was blur out like the guns.
Yeah.
And now they're making fucking like a couple $100 a month off this video.
Nah, that sucks.
Off of
For the
someone
family.
dying. Yep. Monty, I have a question for you.
What is it?
How important do you think Canada is to the US?
How important? I don't know. I mean, they're neighbors and we trade with them. So
We traded.
traded. I think I'm sure we get like wood.
Wait,
and
what'd you ask? What'd you
resources
ask,
from-
Lars?
How important do
is
I think
Canada to us?
Canada is to
I
us?
don't know anything about geopolitics. To be honest.
Me neither.
I don't know anything about trade. Trade wars. I don't know anything about tariffs.
Me neither. But all I've heard, and I could be completely wrong, is that okay? Well, they supply energy to like a certain part of the U.S.,
Yeah,
right?
like 4 states, I think.
But I've heard that they need us more than we need them. So that's all I know. But I'm not an expert in this. That's just what I've heard.
I'm just asking because I just saw that the Prime Minister said that they're no longer going to like help us military wise and stuff like that.
Oh damn! They're not gonna help us military wise.
Not our biggest allies because I wouldn't say the Canadians are fucking that great at war, but
Yeah.
that's soldiers that we lost, you know?
Well, I think it's more so like the U.S. defends like Canada more than anything.
You think?
We probably defend them like better than they defend us.
I think that
Who has a bigger ball sack?
America.
If you had to be in one fucking army, whose army would you be in?
America. So I think Canada is not doing
the
right
only
move.
reason I feel like this might hurt us is because as our allies, if anyone tries to come through Canada, they're helping us out. Now it's like,
okay, but you got to stand on the other side of that as Canada. You got to be like,
You do.
okay,
Now you're a part of it.
Oh no, now you're
gonna get the smoke.
Now you're vulnerable,
and we're gonna take over.
Okay.
Canada.
Wait, for sure.
Now we got to fight this war with Canada and whoever chooses to come in through Canada.
No, I don't think it's gonna be us directly. I think it's like, oh well, if you guys aren't gonna defend or like help us and keep that same energy. If someone comes for you guys, we're right here. But
That's
you know
all.
what?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
If that's what you guys want, fuck it then. You know.
They can't handle the smoke. Like if Russia goes for Canada,
I feel like this is all
They
chicken.
can't.
Like everyone's playing chicken right now. I feel like Trump is playing chicken. I feel like all these government agencies are playing. They're just trying to see who's gonna pull out first. You know?
Yeah.
Who's trying to psych who out? It's all fucking mental warfare, as far as I know right now.
For my ignorant self, I see this and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with the world?
Yeah.
Like,
so do we need? Is that a problem if Canada doesn't?
to me, yeah, because
Nah.
right
to
now,
be honest, I just turn off the TV and like my life just goes on normal.
Continues,
to be
yeah.
honest,
to me, the
my
only
taxes
reason
keep
it's
coming out of my check. Nothing changes. I feel like it's all fucking media. Like
this is
just trying to stir
until
the
it
pot.
does.
Yeah.
You know,
Until it does, but
the only
think about
reason,
think about the last 20 years that you've consumed of like media and like how like what's the craziest shit that has happened in the last 20 years that the media has told you about
That has affected your life personally.
I want you to think about that.
personally, what affected my life, probably like the COVID shit.
That was
But-
probably the only thing. Everything else is like didn't really affect me personally.
Yeah, but because to me, because I felt like we were safe. There was nothing. I personally don't watch the news. Like I don't sit there and like, oh, we're
Right, but it's not the news anymore. Now it's Instagram.
Everything,
Now
yeah.
it's Twitter. Now it's YouTube.
I see so many pages where it's like, I used to love you guys. You guys were so funny, and now it's just all politics. I can't live my life without being in fear anymore. I'm like, damn, a lot of these pages getting turned on now. Just because, like you said, it's not like just the news stations anymore. It's your favorite Instagram page is posting about this shit now.
I think so I think it is a problem. Like it can be a problem because same thing like if China comes in through Mexico to try to invade, like that's like they're that much closer now to us, right?
Right.
So in that
And
sense,
it's both sides now. Like
yeah, exactly. So that can be a problem, but I mean, I like to stay optimistic and I like to believe
we're
that
still the biggest, hopefully the biggest, baddest military in the world.
Well,
you know?
I think we've moved past physical war.
I think we can. I think like if Canada, I think the U.S. can take over Canada. Like if they do the wrong move, like the U.S. will try to like do that. Will
I
the
don't
like
think it's that
United
easy.
will NATO do something about it? I don't know. There's like a world peace
you would
treaty
think
saying that
you would think
can't.
that Russia could just go into Ukraine and take it over, but they haven't.
Exactly, they can't because why? Because people like the U.S.
Yeah.
But you don't think people are going to stand behind Canada?
Maybe, but who's gonna stand against the U.S.?
That's true.
Well, people are just waiting.
That's a big old
this
cock.
This is how I feel right now.
And
Watch, hold on.
Big girthy
Right
bastard.
now, this is how I feel. I feel like someone's just ready for someone to jump against America, and a lot of people are going to switch sides.
Yeah,
That's how I feel, honestly.
All right. Just wait.
They're just waiting for the first person to be like, "Fuck you guys," and it's over.
and we got them. Yeah, they're all
Like,
gonna gain
It's
up.
just gonna all like fall. Like
You think so?
the empires fall, bro. At some point, the best place to be in the world was somewhere in Rome, bro.
Big Frieza laugh right now.
Somewhere in Rome was the best place to live.
Rome?
Yeah, somewhere in Rome, the
Yeah,
biggest
right.
empire in the world. Somewhere out there. And now the best place to live is in America. The best empires
we're the new
fall,
Rome.
bro. The best empires fall.
So you want to live in this constant state of fear then? Is that what
I don't. I never have. That's the thing. And now I see it all over. Oh, like our neighbors don't fuck with us.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, damn. Like the first thing that came into my mind was like, now we're like open for like anyone to invade us.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Bro, there was a balloon like not too long ago, like off the coast of here, a Chinese balloon. Never seen that in my life. If that shit had a missile or anything, it could have just blown us to pieces.
You don't think it would have gotten intercepted?
Why didn't it?
What do you mean?
It was there forever.
Yeah, when they found out, they shot that shit down. No,
after people started complaining about it. I mean, we came out here and we said, what a coincidence. We found out about it and now they shoot it down, but they've known about it for months.
Yeah, what if it did shoot a couple people and then they like attack it? Like they let that shit happen. You know what I mean?
And that shit was off the coast.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what I think. Then I heard that they're trying to get, the Republicans are trying to get rid of TSA and put in their own private.
Oh, dude, perfect.
I'm like, I hate TSA anyways.
Yeah.
See, I haven't heard about any of this.
Really?
I feel like it's all smoke and mirrors, don't you think?
Maybe. I mean, it could be. But, I mean, Trump is known for taking out agencies and putting his own in.
Yeah.
It's a lot of crazy shit happening, bro. It's just whatever. I guess it just depends on what world you want to live in, you know? Do you want to keep feeding into this or do you not want to feed into this?
I think Canada's going to become the 51st state.
I can see that.
I don't think so.
It's not going to be there.
Or it's going to go from like 50 to like 62 or something. You know, they take Canada and then all
chop it
little,
up.
Yeah. I can see that.
That would be crazy.
I feel
Lads,
like
you're not pro-America or what, bro?
I'm pro-America.
I feel like you're anti-America.
You're anti-America.
You're giving communism right now, bro.
I don't believe in taking people's shit.
You don't want to make America great?
No, America is great right now. I don't believe in going and taking people's shit.
So if your neighbor tries to cross you, fuck it.
That's not crossing you. I'm just not fucking with you. You're not fucking with me. I'm not fucking with you.
I mean, you're not taking anyone's shit. It's the government. It's
yeah,
not
but
you.
I'm not for that.
No.
Just like I'm not for Russia. I'm not for Russia. You're the one saying, "Oh, it'd be great for Canada to be the first."
I'm saying I think that's gonna happen.
Okay, wait.
I'm not gonna personally make that happen myself.
Okay, so
they gonna send you out there, buddy.
Okay, so what if you had an option? Like it's either take or get taken from. Then what?
Well, at that point, you fight, bro.
Isn't that where we're at right now?
No, they're not taking shit from us. They just told us we're not helping you anymore.
But isn't that in a way undermining you?
Well, you're trying to undermine them. That's the thing. They're playing who has the biggest balls right now.
Yeah, and we're trying to tell you, bro, we're in control, bro. You're not in a position to tell us shit, bro. I mean, you're benefiting off our protection.
Yeah.
We just want you to do what we're asking you to do, and you're not doing that.
So now the U.S. is going to have to take matters into their own hands.
So what?
And it's not going to go the way Canada wants.
What you made me do.
So you think it's appropriate for us to go in there because they don't want to be our allies anymore?
No one said anything about invading.
We're not going to invade Canada.
So how are you going to take it over?
So they're going to need an excuse, right? So the enemy's going to come in through Canada and they're going to do teamwork. And then they're going to be like, all right, well, you asked for it. And the U.S. is then going to be able to come in.
You're going to defeat the enemy.
Like
maybe that's what the U.S. wants to happen.
No.
Maybe
just
they're
because
like purposely
just because you defeat the enemy on that land doesn't make that land yours. You defeat the enemy. Canada's not helping them fight you.
What about Russia and Ukraine? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to claim that land.
And that's why I said it's not cool.
A war.
It's not cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole world knows that, like, you know, this is here, this is there.
Yeah.
But they're trying to change that.
Now, but it would be different if we went in through Ukraine, like there was no war going, and then the U.S. went through Ukraine, and just because Russia beats us, now Ukraine is theirs. That would make no sense. We just use the land to get to you guys.
Boy,
watch. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
I don't think you're understanding what you're saying.
Let's say Russia comes in through Canada, okay?
And we beat Russia. Canada doesn't belong to us because we beat Russia.
But Canada's going to get the smoke too because of what they did.
What if Italy comes? Can Italy come?
Italy ain't doing shit.
It doesn't matter who comes. The point is, Canada's going to suffer the consequences.
I'm convinced if you're good at soccer, you're not a big war country.
I feel like Brazil's going to come.
Brazil ain't gonna do shit.
Brazil, Argentina probably.
They probably can't. Come. They can't get the smoke either. See, those don't sound like big countries to me. Like that military.
They don't.
Now, if you start saying Russia,
China.
My point is proven.
China. I don't think. China's
they got
like
numbers
that.
And they have technology.
Numbers, yeah.
I got a big question. Okay. Are we ready to get into questions?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a big question. I'll summarize it because this is how long it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But they pretty much said like, hey, you know, I appreciated you talking about like the situation you went through. This is a girl that sent me this. He's like, oh, as a girl, it's like refreshing to hear this because we don't hear about like a guy's perspective about this scenario when it happens.
What are they What are they talking about?
The last episode I was on, how I talked about like making decisions based on like trauma or like based on intuition. And then she goes on to say, I want to put you guys on to Jojo Levesky. I was listening to her audiobook Over the Influence. She shared her experience about starting in the industry super young at 13 and having people tell her what she should do in her career. She signed a contract young and not knowing, understanding what it meant. So she ended up not being able to share her music for years. Her album that she dropped is fire. You can tell she's tapped into her power and authenticity. She's doing it and living life on her own terms. I'm curious if you guys can relate to that as artists that have put out music. How has that been for you guys? Anyways, hope you guys have a great day.
So can you like dumb down the question for me? Because that was a lot. You're like, that was dumbed down.
How would you answer that question?
I can't relate to that because I've been like independent and so I haven't had someone tell me like what I can and can't do. I've actually been the complete opposite. I've actually been like completely in control of what like my creative freedom and what I choose to put out and how I choose to like brand myself.
Yeah, there's no one really controlling you when it comes to like your music decisions.
Yeah.
So what is the question again? Just like summarize it down to like one line for me.
She asked,
how can we relate?
She related. She said Jojo Levesky signed a deal at 13 years old and she wasn't able to put out her music the way she wanted to.
Yeah, she was controlled.
She was
basically. They were telling her what she can.
So she's asking, can you relate to that as an artist?
Not really. No.
I mean, it would suck. Imagine somebody telling you, nah, like.
I mean, even with this pod, imagine if someone could tell you, like, hey, you can't put this interview out or you can't put this part out. Like,
yeah.
No. So,
I mean, there's always, like, look, when you have a team, there's, like, we should always, like, run everything like, through each other, right? So if you're, like, in a team, like, in a fucking label and shit, obviously there's going to be people trying to make the best moves for the artist, but it doesn't always like
equate to what the artist's needs are.
Exactly.
For sure. I understand that part for sure.
I can't relate to it in the artist form, but I used to play soccer. I could relate to it somewhat that way. Like I remember trying out for the soccer team in high school and trying out for a defender, and I made it as a defender, and then they like totally switched it and like try to be like, oh, you shouldn't play that. You should play more midfielder. And I was like, bro, but I like this. Like, this is what you, like, took me on the team for. Like,
yeah.
But now you're trying to control it and make me a midfielder. And that shit does suck. Like, you feel like you lost control of what or who you are in a sense. As an artist, I can't really relate to that because I never signed a deal or anything or never exclusively got put onto anything.
Yeah.
So there was no way that anyone could control. And even, like, when we were in the group, like, if Zandre wanted to drop in like by himself, no one was like, "Nah, you can't do that.
You can't drop because we got to drop a song this day."
You guys tried it a couple times. You guys
that shit was whack. So we were like, "Don't put that shit out."
You guys showed me a couple times, but that's just like feedback. That's like constructive criticism. You know, it's like it's not someone telling me like, "Hey, you can't do this. You can't do this."
No, you can't. Yeah.
You know? I respect anyone who believes in themselves enough to like be like, no, I'm going to take control of what I want to put out, and I'm going to make myself. You guys may not like this. Someone's going to like this. You know, I respect artists who take that fucking jump and be like, fuck it. Because a lot of people's best shit is stuck on their fucking hard drive somewhere. Yeah. And they're just scared of like perception of like what the closest like 10 people to them are going to think about it.
Well, once you take that money, it's over for you. Like,
yeah.
You have no control over what you want to put out.
Okay, next question.
I have a couple would you rathers here. The first one is, would you rather drink a gallon of sweat gym sock water or eat a spoonful of moldy expired peanut butter?
Oh, fuck.
Probably moldy peanut butter.
Yeah, I think the moldy peanut butter because it's faster, right? Yeah. You know, a whole gallon of water by itself is fucking hard to drink, bro, all in one.
And then being sweat now.
Okay, let's see. Next question. Would you rather have a photographic memory but only for memes or be able to learn any skill in just one day and forget the next?
Any skill one day.
Yeah, any skill.
I'll just make a shit ton of money for one day.
Mm-hmm.
Be the best, like, I don't know, fucking tattoo artist in the world.
Yeah.
For a day. Charging fucking 20 racks a fucking piece.
You could do it.
for one day, then you forget the next day.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that though.
I'll just learn the shim day every day.
Just post about it one time on Instagram, once a day. You're the best at everything now.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
You could make a good TikTok account of that, off of that too.
Yeah.
Like learning a new trade and being excellently at it
in one day.
In one day.
So now you're making money off the trade.
Episode 1,
and
episode 2. Yeah.
All right. So the last question is, would you rather live in a world with extreme poverty but not have the opportunity to make a difference, or live in a world with minimal poverty and have no opportunity to make a difference?
Minimal poverty. I feel like the world would just thrive better.
It'll be an easier life for everyone.
Yeah.
Less suffering, at least
Less
financially.
suffering, yeah.
For everyone, or make a difference yourself.
But the thing is, like, that's kind of where we're at right now. So, like, if you make a difference right now for yourself, you're not helping, like, the whole, like, world. You're only really helping yourself, you know?
True.
So if you just make everything just
fair and more
everyone
supportive.
will have a more kind of...
The world would feel better,
But if the
bro.
world was poverty and I could make it better, I think I prefer that.
Why
than
wouldn't you just pick a world where there's less poverty?
And then everyone just lives
that's-
in the
you're
same poverty and you can never get better than that?
Is that part of the question?
That is the
You just-
question.
you just added that.
No, that's right there.
So no one can get better than that.
Would you rather live in a world with extreme poverty, but and be able to make a significant difference, or live in a world with minimal poverty but have no opportunity to make a difference?
Yeah, minimal poverty. That doesn't say it can't get better without you.
You can't make a difference.
I can't make a difference. Doesn't mean that the world collectively can't make
And
a
at
difference.
least people don't have to suffer.
I think
less people have to suffer.
Extreme poverty is crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like, and that's hard. I don't want, that's a hard life.
Extreme poverty is like people in Africa, and making a difference is me going down there and running water.
Why wouldn't you just choose less poverty, bro?
And just live in it?
Yeah,
and not be able to make a difference?
Maybe not you.
You made the difference by making that choice.
Yeah.
Of living in the world with less poverty. You helped everyone.
I'd rather give people running water and shit.
But you
feel
can't
good
give-
about myself.
But you can't give everyone running water.
Why? I'm making a difference.
But you're
not making a difference. You're just
can't-
living in this sad world.
At least we're all... No, who said it's a sad world?
Minimum
bro?
poverty. It's still poverty.
I envision a world with less poverty, a happier world.
Would you say that our world is minimum poverty right now?
No, it's like max.
We live
poverty.
in the top
There's so
1%
many-
of the world. America lives in the top. If you make
No,
above
I said the
40,000
world.
If you make, I'm telling you
Overall,
that I'm
the
telling
world.
I'm telling you that if you make above 40,000 a year in America,
I'm
that
talking about the world.
That you're in the top % of the world.
Okay.
Yes. So the rest of the world, is it minimum poverty or high poverty?
High.
Or the rest of the world?
Yes.
Bro, Africa has no running water. There's parts of Mexico that
That's
I
my
have
point.
to flush. So the rest of the world, is it minimum or high poverty?
I'm saying it's high poverty.
High poverty.
So you think the rest of the world is high poverty?
No, there's other like rich places
What
in the
do you
world.
think the median is? You think
I'm telling
most
you.
of the world is high poverty?
No, most of the...
That's what I'm asking right now.
Most of the world is high poverty. There's more poor people than there are rich people.
Right.
Yes.
Wouldn't high poverty mean like it's good? Like there's more rich people?
No.
Extreme poverty.
Poverty means like poor. Like
Extreme poverty means very poor.
Yeah.
High poverty means better, right?
no, high poverty is kind of like the same
Yeah.
saying extreme poverty.
High and extreme is
It's
the
high,
same connotation.
It's extreme. It's
You just
A
used
lot.
it as if it was good. Like we're here, like 1% high poverty in
say
America.
I'm saying that if you make above $40,000 a year in America, that you're in the top 1% of the world.
And you said high poverty after that.
No, I
so that's
didn't.
why I was like, you think the rest of the world is the same? Like, no. But
he said the rest of the world is high poverty, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, if you make I said what I said.
So I'd rather just make everyone like not high poverty, we'll
Just
make it,
minimal poverty.
which is better than being high poverty.
Extreme
Right?
I don't
poverty.
see how we can argue about
Yeah.
this.
I don't know. I think
And I'm
I'd
sure
rather make
everyone
a,
listening.
I'd rather make a difference. That's just me.
Okay, next question.
All right, well,
No,
look-
that's the last
no,
question.
Hold on, wait.
That's the last question.
You're in that position though, right now. Like,
Yeah. And I think I make a difference.
there's still
I donate
people.
money. I'm making a difference, bro. Yeah, there's still people, but guess what? I get to feel good about myself. I don't
So
just
you're
live.
selfish.
That's selfish.
Yeah, that is selfish. I'm answering how I feel. Like I'm not gonna just.
And we're just judging you upon your
I
answer.
would rather
Yeah.
live like that than walk around feeling bad. You know, like
I'm not gonna, bro.
Not like now you're gonna feel bad, but just seeing people like, oh, they need money. I'm not gonna give it to them today. Like what? Not make a difference? Come on, I'm gonna always make a difference. I could buy a McDonald's, but I'm not gonna.
Do a little Dirk in your phone now. Free Dirk, free Dirk.
That's another motherfucker that snitches on himself.
Oh, don't free Dirk.
Don't free him, never mind.
Thank you guys for rocking with us. It's LSDP. We'll be back next week with another episode for your heads up. My name is Andre. I'm here with Laz.
Yep.
I'm here with Monty.
What up?
See you guys later.
Hey, we should figure out how to, just in case Chris doesn't come back.